that answer again.
Okay, you ready? I love how he does it, so. Hey, does anyone know what the biggest country in South America is?
Brazil.
Good job, Grandpa. You're so smart. This is the outline of the country of Brazil, and as you can see, this is the national flag inside, which I thought was pretty cool to show you. So today, kind of the topic is Brazil, and it's a country that's very culturally and ethnically diverse in a lot of different ways in their culture and their music and dancing. I took a course called World Music at River Falls last semester, and it really interests me. I'm not much of a music person, but it was cool seeing how a lot of different countries experience music in different ways. And I think the one that stuck out to me the most is the country of Brazil. So I learned a lot about this topic in class and in other research I've done, and I'd like to share it with you today. So to begin, I'm kind of going to be breaking it down to one main thing, and that's going to be the celebration of Carnival. But to begin, I'm going to kind of talk about the Afro-Brazilian culture. So does anyone know what the Afro-Brazilian is a fusion of?
African.
And Brazilian.
Good job. Yeah, African, Brazilian. A lot of people don't know that just like how slavery took place in the U.S., it also took place in a lot of other countries, and a big one was Brazil. It's estimated that about 400 million people, or million slaves, were shipped to Brazil from Africa, and this is estimated a lot higher than the 600,000 slaves that were transported to the U.S. for slavery, according to everyculture.com. Music also came from slavery in the U.S., like roots music. Like you often hear roots and bluegrass, but for Brazil, that was samba. And after slavery was kind of ended in Brazil, that is when samba emerged. So what is samba? Samba is an electric mix of music, song, and dance styles that is a fusion of Afro-Brazilian culture created in the slums of Rio de Janeiro, according to www.rio.com. A lot of people, so samba's dance and music, and what a lot of people don't know is that there are samba schools. That is a huge part of culture, and samba schools are like neighborhood recreation centers, if you would, that have a ton of different instruments, music, and people just kind of get together to play. It's for fun, I guess, but it's also competitive. And so what is Afro-Brazilian culture and samba have in common? Well, both of those merge together to kind of create this whole concept of Carnival. Carnival is a huge celebration that's celebrated in different parts of the world, but mainly in Brazil. And kind of the biggest, or what is Carnival? Let's start off with that. It's a Catholic celebration, or Roman Catholic origin, and it's a pre-Lenten festival, so it takes place 4 days from Ash Wednesday, 4 days prior, and it's a huge celebration, goes on for 4 days, night till day. It's party kind of, adults drink and party and dance until their heart's desire. It's just supposed to be a really fun atmosphere. So there's a ton of tourists that come to experience this. It's definitely on my bucket list. Don't know if I'll ever be able to afford it, but it would be pretty cool. So it has 1 million tourists that join in Rio, and it also joins with 1 million Rio de Janeiro residents that kind of teach them how to play samba and drum and teach them all of that cool stuff. It's also the world's most popular celebration. So samba is, like I said before, the samba schools, they're kind of a big deal. So there's an annual celebration in Rio that it's like I'll show you a picture. So they have like a stadium that's reserved annually for this event, because since it is so big, and this is literally like a hockey rink, how it goes up on the sides but goes for like 2 or 3 blocks, and it's just packed full of people. And as you can see, each samba school has like a float, and they have a set song they play over and over again for their assigned time, which is like around an hour. There's dancing and flashy costumes, like you can see. There's like a specific theme, and that's just how Samba's celebrated in Rio. Samba is also celebrated in the second major city of Brazil, which is Salvador, and Salvador is different from Rio in a way that is more informal. It's think of like spring break on a beach, kind of just music, loud sounds, dancing. That's kind of what it is here. Like you can see, it's like a massive street party. There's also floating music, but there's like beach balls and just people kind of scattered, dancing, doing their own thing. And how the Rio de Janeiro people had costumes, so did they. It's a little like the samba schools and the drumming lines. It's a little more informal, but still cool to their culture. The music here is more reggae style. So to conclude, Afro-Brazilian culture and samba and carnival all come together to form this major culture of Brazil, and I think it's very cool. Everything that goes into carnival overall, all the music, all the dancing, and that was really fun to look up and research, and I'm happy I could share that with you.
Please tell me you typed it.